Hello everybody, my name is Dimebot. I was trying to be excited about this video. I really was. This is Dead or Alive 5, last round on PC. Let's take a look at the options menu. Game settings. What? Online lag simulation off? What? Oh, breast simulation. Well, it's a DOA game. Alright, that's fine. Screen. There's no resolution options. Sound. Oh, well, at least that has sliders. Actually, let's change the language to Japanese because... just no, it's got the typical DOA. Voice acting. Alright, so what's going on here, Dan? Notice that this is not available either. So, this game launches with one of those nasty little launchers. It looks like the one from 1995 for Quake. It's not even done in a nice font. It's awful. It doesn't support a lot of 16 by 10 resolutions. It only has one form of AA. It really, again, it's lacking in resolutions. It's a mess. You might be noticing the textures over there don't look that good either. We'll get into that when we get into the game, but let's talk about this. This game has no online multiplayer. It is a fighting game on PC with no online multiplayer. The online multiplayer is coming in 3 months, when nobody will care about the game anymore because they didn't have it available at launch. Why didn't you just delay it and put the multiplayer out with the game? Oh, Tecmo, what is wrong with you? Alright, well, let's jump into the game and do some fighting. So, your full roster's here. Minus Ein, I believe. Rig. So Ein's basically in the game if Rig is here. John Lee, all the overpowered characters you've come to know and love, plus this creepy little schoolgirl wannabe. Now, I'm a huge fan of DOA. I've been playing it forever. Jinfu, thank God. Akira, yeah, I hate that he's in here, but I do love the DOA series. I'm happy that we've got this game, but for the purposes of this video, I think we'll go with my old standby, INA. Alright, so, costumes. Oh, there's lots of costumes. Oh, what? These are all locked. Oh, a lot of these are part of the day one DLC for the game that you could pay $100 and something for. Oh, God damn it, Tecmo. This looks fine. Steampunk INA for the win. Hello, Zach. So, the first thing you'll notice is that some of the textures in the background for this game look absolutely awful. Just terrible. The reason for that is because this is not the PlayStation port of this game. Or the PlayStation 4 port of this game, or even the Xbox One port. Nope, this is the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 port of the game, with all those textures and problems that it entails. It also doesn't have the soft engine, which they put in for the new versions of the game, which handles things like the skin shading, the sweat, things like that. Don't taunt me. What they did, jerk, put in was the soft shadows. So the shadow texture and shadow detail you can bump up to 4K resolution. You can bump the game to 4K resolution and get a nice little bit of downscaling if your monitor can support it. And it does run at a rock solid 60 FPS, so I'm not going to complain about that because frame rate is very important in a fighting game, and this game is locked in. So, not really an issue there. No, my main problem is just how lazy they were in porting the PlayStation 3 version of the game. Now, another thing that we should probably talk about, and I'll... do so as soon as I put John Lee in his place, is the controls. So I'm playing it on the 360 pad right now. You can configure it with a fight stick, although I suggest if you want to do that, you get your software and get it configured before you attempt to launch the game. Otherwise, you're going to have some just horrible issues. You can rebind your controller, which is nice for a fighting game. You can completely rebind it. You can choose from multiple presets, so that box is doing weird things. All that's there. What is not there is the ability to rebind your keyboard controls. This is a game where you step in and out in 3D space, and it is awful to play on a keyboard. They use things like M and L and N for attack buttons. Sidestepping in and out is just not even something you're going to be doing. Don't play this game with a keyboard. That's not saying, yes, it's a fighting game and you have to play it with a controller. This one does not work. Now, let's talk about what I had to go through to get my Xbox 360 controller to work with this game. So, I had to disable my Cytec X52 Pro, restart the entire computer, find out that that still wasn't good enough, uninstall my Cytec X52 Pro, unplug every other USB device from my computer, replug them one by one, making sure that I plugged in the dongle for my controller first, then hard reboot the computer again, and I was finally able to get past the autosave notification prompt. This is not acceptable. There are so many things wrong with this port. It makes me not even like the game. So, technical quibbles aside, yeah, it plays fine. It's the same DOA we've come to know and love. It's a lot of fun, and we'll hop out here and take a look at Attack Battle. So you see that M is yes and B is no on the keyboard. It makes no sense. It's got your training mode, it's got your story mode, it's got extras, which is spectator, movies from the story, things like that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Versus Tag Battle. There we go. And let's go with Mariposa. And yeah, I want to do that. Oh, who's a good one for La Mariposa? No, not Kokoro. Elena. No, where's Tina? There's Tina. Tina, I'm actually going to put more clothes on you just because I like that costume better. And we'll go against random. Alright, what was I saying? Oh, there's a lot of extras. The same fighting system is here. I do love the game. Strangely, there's the omission of 2 stages, Danger Zone and Crimson, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't understand why they couldn't just be ported over, but I don't understand a lot of things about this port. Well, that's an interesting team. But if you've played the game for a long time, the same type of combat that you've always known and loved is... it's here. Oh! Really? Izuna drop? Counter system's still in. It's still just as devastating as it ever was. You have your button short presses for your other attacks if you really want them. The grapple system is still great. I can't remember all the grapples anymore with all the characters. I can still pull them off with Bayman with almost no problem. Air throws. So yeah, DOA, it's in here. If you could... there it is. If you could just get past some of the dumb stuff. And that's the main problem. How'd you like that half your health bar gone? So, would I recommend buying this game? Only with the caveats that you really like DOA, you really are willing to wait 3 months for multiplayer, you have somebody else in the house that can play it with you with another controller and a computer that easily will run that without multiple hardware reconfigurations. And, yeah, those are a lot of restrictions. It is 30 or 10% off right now, so it's only $35, but that doesn't justify not having online multiplayer in the game. It really doesn't. I either should have waited or they should have made the price even lower. Yes, thank you for all the titles. There's so much wrong with this port. I think what we'll do is just leave you with one more match, and I'm so angry. Oh, Ein is in the game. Alright, well. We'll go with the old Ein John Lee combo because that's irritating and evil. Actually, you know what? I don't like Ein's costume. Ein, do you still have your bondage outfit? You do. John Lee, do you still have your... You do still have your furry costume. Awesome. I do love the fact that the silly shit is still in the game. DOA has never taken itself too seriously, thankfully. Here's a good example of a stage that looks awful in the background because of poor texture work for no reason except Tecmo being lazy. Oh, it's base. Hello, base. Still fun. Just so disappointed. And done. Guys, that's DOA 5. Don't buy it unless you really love the game. I'm disgusted with it. My name is Dimebot. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Hit the subscribe button. Don't look at me like that, John Lee.